Good day. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's 11/8/2022, which is election day. And yesterday we talked about Tom Morris's great book, Being a Patriot in Today's World, and what it looks like, in my opinion, and in what Tom, some of the stuff that Tom said. It was amazing stuff. How, it all starts with us. And so today, what I kind of wanted to move over to is the actual social membership. Some of the stuff that you get today, I'm going to talk about like what I think are like the top three things that are important to me that I think are important to other people as well. And that I've talked to, and the other people that are members that have looked at what we're doing, what they really like. So I again am a certified optimized coach, and Optimize was is basically now Heroic, and it's a really great group of people. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. We're going to look at 1+1, and then we're going to talk about how each week we're going to do some different coaching. We're going to have, so part of what you get. So one of the coolest things with the social membership is that you don't have to do all the business stuff, right? So a lot of networking groups are all about business, giving and getting referrals, doing business, things like that. And our membership is a lot different. We focus on ourselves first. So we want to get out there and play pickleball, play, golf, do different things, run races. I'm going to show you something that's going to be one of our first big events is the Gasparilla Distance Classic. And we're looking for a bunch of people to try and join us. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm already signed up and looking forward to getting out there and getting with it. I've been walking a lot and doing my burpees and doing my exercises and stuff like that, getting ready for the stuff. So, the top three things are: one, you're going to get a really cool newsletter, and you're going to get two a month. You're going to get one that's an electronic one, and then you're going to get one physical one that is really, it's in line with something along the lines of this. This is one of my favorite ones that I get. It's basically from Dan Kennedy and the people over at ClickFunnels, and they're brilliant marketers. So they talk to about marketing and all of them. But I love getting the physical newsletter because it's just like getting a present. I like getting mail that I like. Most of the mail that comes in, I want to toss it straight in the trash, just like you do. So that's cool. But anyway, you're going to get the electronic newsletter that's going to have a calendar in it of all the different of meetups and events and do-togethers, is what I like to call them. To me, I like to look at the progression from boring meetings to let's have a get together, and push those two aside, and we're going to do-togethers, and we're going to do stuff. And one of the things that we're going to do is a little bit of coaching on, and I'll bring this in right now, on it's if you look at this URL up here, so you can go and look at it if you want. It didn't go, but it's heroic.us/optimize. And the Heroic app, I believe right now there's a special on it right now. I think it's like $70 a year, or you can get it for $240 lifetime or something along those lines. That's for the new Heroic app. It's got a habit tracker. It's flipping amazing. All of our business members are going to be using it, and so are the realtors that basically are going to be the anchors of most of our groups. And but the thing about being a social member, don't feel like you're getting left out, because we're going to do the Optimize has got 15 years worth of different data on it. And there's different things. So, like when you look at wisdom, you can look at the philosopher's notes, the 101 classes, and the heroic plus ones. And we're going to look at one of those in a minute. If you look at the training, basically it talks about some of the different stuff that they're doing. Really good stuff. So you go back and you look at what. Let's just look at one of the plus ones, just so you can kind of see what it is that people are. Let's look at this one right here. So this was one that I liked, and I wanted to kind of get you guys to see.
Hi, this is Brian. Welcome back to another Heroic Plus One. In our last plus one, Dale Carnegie joined us to complement some wisdom Brian Kane shared about the importance of focusing on this moment, right now, to crowd out any potential stress about the past or the future that might be eliciting some feelings of depression or anxiety. As you may recall, and don't worry, I promise that I will continue to unapologetically repeat all the important themes we discussed to make sure we're practicing one of the key tenets of Learning 101 known as spaced repetition. Check out that masterclass. Here's how Kaner put it. Remember, depression is obsession with what? The past. Anxiety is obsession about the future. And optimal performance is obsession about the present. And here's how Carnegie put it. George Bernard Shaw was right. He summed it all up when he said the secret of being miserable is to have the leisure to bother about whether you are happy or not. So don't bother to think about it. Spit on your hands and get busy. Your blood will start circulating, your mind will start ticking, and pretty soon this whole positive upsurge of life in your body will drive worry from your mind. Get busy, he tells us. Keep busy. It's the cheapest kind of medicine there is on the earth and one of the best. Now, I ended that plus one with one of my go to lines, encouraging you to consider putting this wisdom into practice all day, every day, especially when today, which makes me think of another big idea from Carnegie's How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. He tells us, and I quote, so let's be content to live the only time we can possibly live from now until bedtime. Anyone can carry his burden, however hard, from now until nightfall, wrote Robert Louis Stevenson. Anyone can do his work, however hard, for one day. Anyone can live sweetly, patiently, lovingly, purely, till the sun goes down. And this is all that life really means, end quote. And Carnegie encourages us to consider living what he calls day tight compartments. He tells us, and I quote again, shut the iron doors on the past and the future. Live in day tight compartments. Then he tells us to ask ourselves these questions. Do I tend to put off living in the present in order to worry about the future or to yearn for some magical rose garden over the horizon? Do I sometimes embitter the present by regretting things that happened in the past that are over and done with? Do I get up in the morning determined to seize the day, to get the utmost out of these 24 hours? Can I get more out of life by living in day-tight compartments? And he says, when shall I start to do this? Next week? Tomorrow? Today? Those are some great questions, and reflecting on those is the focus of today's plus one. Let's spend a moment doing so now. Do you tend to put off living in the present in order to worry about the future or to yearn for some magical rose garden over the horizon? Do you sometimes embitter the present by regretting things that happened in the past that are over and done with? Do you get up in the morning determined to seize the day, to get the utmost out of these 24 hours? And can you get more out of life by living in day tight compartments? And when shall you start to do this? Next week? Tomorrow? Today? Your answers? By the way, hint, the answer to number five is you should start to do this today. Yes, today's the day to move from theory to practice to master hero, but only always day one, all in. Here's to living in day tight compartments. Let's go.
I really like that, so I'm going to remove that one for a minute. I really, really like that because it goes along with our tagline. So cardio networking is do the work. And if you've read the great, there's several great books by Stephen Preston. One of them is called Do the Work. And it just is, just basically there's 500 different ways that we can avoid it. But if we just get there and we just do the work, it's really important. So it's do the work, do it now, and do it together. And so, our goal at Cardio Networking is to help all of our members to live the best life that they can. And we do that by looking in the mirror and trying to do that ourselves. And, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. Most of the time it's not. But I like the way that, and he's going back, and this is a lot of the stuff in Heroic goes back, you look at Dale Carnegie, basically 100 years ago. Well, some of the stuff goes back 3,000 years. and their wisdom was pretty damn good too. So, that's some of the stuff that we're going to be doing that's totally different than you're going to get at any gym. So, we're going to be sending little bits of wisdom like that. This is a plus one. It's a little 2 or 3 minutes in the morning to kind of get you thinking about different stuff. And, are you doing the things? Are you living in the past? Are you doing the things that you need to do right now, today? And if not, then hey, we all get there. Draw a line in the sand and say, okay, I'm going to start over again, even if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. So that's one of the things that we're going to be doing is a lot of stuff in heroic and optimize both. And we're going to be talking about, there's all different types of things in there about how to create more energy. And that's what cardio networking is all about. Meditation, yoga, the power of breathing, all these types of things, types, are right in there. So that's one of the things that we're going to do. And then another thing that we're going to do is set some lofty goals, right? So in this case, this is the Gasparilla Distance Classic. It's February 25th and 26th, and I'm going to be doing the 15K, and I'm going to be doing some of the other races as well. But one of the things that you can do is you can do the half marathon if you want, if you feel like you're ready for it. If you're not, you can go back and just walk with your kids in the 5K stroller. There's a 5K adult, there's a 5K walk, there's 8K, there's all different types of different things. And we just want to go as a group and enjoy each other's company. We're going to end up doing a lot of, one of the thoughts that our business meetings are going to be around is let's go outside, let's enjoy this beautiful area that we live in. And, this country of ours is amazing everywhere you go. I love upstate New York. I love Puerto Rico, California, Lake Tahoe is one of my favorite places on earth. They're all different, but you can find beauty everywhere you go. So those are, the top three things I think that are going to be kind of cool is that we're going to stay in touch with you all the time with really cool stuff with the newsletters. We're going to do a lot of work on heroic, and we're also going to be doing some really cool meetups and events and do-togethers that are based around helping us go from theory to practice to mastery. And that's kind of where all these things go. And again, it doesn't matter where you're at right now. If you don't feel like you could walk a 5K, we'll start walking around the block. It's not like we will have some diehard athletes in our group that you'll run into, and we're going to have some other people in there that are just wanting to increase their energy, and they're wanting to start making some shifts into the right pods, and we're all a work in progress. So anyway, that's one of the fun things that we're going to be doing with the social networking. I just wanted to break that out there and show you guys lots of other stuff. I'm going to be doing some like formal presentations that goes point by point by point, but newsletter that's got all kinds of cool shit in it. The daily heroic and the optimize plus ones and things like that will be coming and going, and we'll be coaching on there. Some of this stuff I've been involved with it for a couple of years. So some of these things, it's not so much that you need to read this book or we're gonna homework or anything like that. It's just, hey, are you doing the things that you need to do? If not, do the damn work and do it now. And if I can help you in any way, let's do it together. If I can help you get from here to there, let's do it together. And that's just, and everybody else is going to be the same way. It's going to be a great group of people. You're going to really, really like it. And I'm excited for you and for us to get to know you. All right. Have an awesome night. All right. Bye.